Hey guys, what's up? This is my Honeycrisp apple tree, the big one. The small one is a Honeycrisp apple tree too, but there's really nothing important to tell you about that right now. Just about this tree here. First off, the dirt that I use. Okay, first, if you look at these flower pots out here, typically they have peat moss in them. Peat moss, dirt, vermiculite, whatever you call it, those little white styrofoam ball type thingies. What I used last year was we had some of these flower pots, and of course, flowers died, and I cut off all the foliage, and then I broke up the dirt when it was dry. And I used that dirt to grow this big boy, this big girl, whatever you want to call it, right here. So, that is the main dirt that's in here. But I had to fill this pot up a little bit more, so I decided to use some Miracle-Gro potting soil. And I think I used almost an entire 8-quart bag of Miracle-Gro potting soil. And then what I did was, that was in this pot. But in the smaller pot, something like that, where I started the Honeycrisp apple tree, all I used was just straight peat moss. I filled up the pot, I put the seed in carefully. I put the seed in probably about less than half an inch. Something like that. And then, I would water it every, once a week until I started seeing some growth. And then once I did see growth, I started watering it once a day. And that's what I've done since February 14th, 2014, which is what this tall tree is here. Now, I've looked on computer, I've looked on YouTube. Can't find any information about pruning a tree, or at least a Honeycrisp apple tree. Every video I've seen on YouTube would be, it would be kind of like, well, like for example, you look at that tree out there. That's a flowering crabapple tree. All the videos I've seen would be when the trunk is thick and woody. This one, it's not thick and woody. It's getting thicker, but it isn't getting darn near what that other tree is out there. But it's slowly coming along. So if you look at where this, I'm trying to get this all in one shot. This leaf all the way down, I took off 9 leaves. Since I've done that, the base down there seemed to get a little bit thicker. Some things that I still see on here that I just did today, just before I made the video. If we look up here, do you see? Oh, maybe you can do it like this. Do you see this tiny little leaf right here? Okay, all of those tiny leaves were from the top all the way to the bottom. So I carefully picked them off because they're not big enough, so it's not going to do much damage. So I picked them off and I put them in my mulching container. All of these leaves in here came off of this tree. What am I going to do with those leaves? Well, when they are all dried up, I'm going to crimp, take them in my hand. I'm just going to kind of break them up, loosen them up, and then I'm just going to go stick them down around there just for extra mulch. This tree has been in my room. It's in a controlled climate, which means I keep my door shut, and the temperature in my room is about 68, 70 degrees, right around there. I have not used any pesticides or herbicides, the stuff that you would spray on the tree, like if you had bugs or infestation. I didn't do any of that. I just put the seed in the soil, and I watered it, and I put it in my windowsill here. The front of the house is facing west, so around on a real good day, I would say probably around 2:30 in the afternoon until about 7 or 8 o'clock. This tree gets lit up with all that warming sun. Unfortunately, today, like it has been for the past week, cloudy, cloudy, cloudy. Ugh. I hate being cloudy. But anyway, here she is. The only concern that I would have is that this tree is this Tuesday, the 14th of July. This tree will be 5 months old, and it's already 4 feet tall. And if I take it outside, what'll end up happening is like the top of this will droop down. All these leaves will get real soft and they'll close in like they're gonna wilt. And we have bad rabbits around here, so I know that the rabbits will chew at the stem or chew at the leaves, and it will just effectively kill this tree. What I was hoping is if any of you out there had any information about pruning young trees. So, you know, you want to keep them at a certain height, but you don't want to get them too tall. I was thinking about pruning it right here. Right where this leaf is. I was thinking about pruning it right there and getting all of those leaves off. I was thinking about pruning it that far, but again, I don't know if that's a right thing to do, because I don't know if that would hurt the tree, if it would cause the tree to grow erratically, you know, meaning like if I were to cut it right here, if it would cause the trunk down there to get nice and thick, or if it would cause the tree to grow out like this or out like that. That's my predicament that I'm in right now. Is that from the top of this to the top of this leaf, I've got just about 6.5 inches of room left. And then I don't know what else to do except to move this behemoth down on the floor. Because I mean, I can't put it over here. And I can't put it over here. So that's my predicament, guys. But other than that, if you know, just planting a Honeycrisp apple tree seed in the ground indoors and at least get it started, yeah, that you won't have any problem with that as long as you put it in a sunny location. But other than that, there she is.